Hey everybody, how's it going today? Well, in this video I have yet another swing trade setting up. It has already executed. It happened so fast, so I'm trying to get you this video as soon as I can, and I'm also going to give an update on Nano Dimensions and Vivo Power, so stick around for those as well. Now, before I get to it, if you're new to the channel, I like to find short-term and long-term trading and investing opportunities in typically lower-priced stocks. I like to find undervalued, underappreciated stocks with high growth potential and talk about all other things finance-related as well. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any future trading and investing ideas. And also, I am not a financial advisor, so please do all of your own research before buying any of these stocks. Hey everybody, how is it going today? In this video, I'm going to get right into the charts. I wanted to show you Brainstorm Cell therapeutics because it was coming into a buy area, but it is falling like a knife. I already caught some, and my hands are still bleeding. It hasn't bounced as of just yet, but it was coming down to a pretty decent-looking support area. I saw it yesterday. I wanted to do a video on it today, but it has already blasted through that support area and triggered my buy order. As you can see, it is touching the 200-day simple moving average. And if we put this rectangle on the chart, we can see that this is already a support area. Hit it once, hit it twice, found resistance at it in June, finally broke above it, came back down to it, touched it, and rode the moving average all the way up. Well, must be some bad news coming out of this stock right now, but I think it is still going to bounce up because it is just fallen too far too fast. Hopefully there isn't any catastrophic news. I didn't take a very big position, so if it is catastrophic, it's not going to kill me. I might lose about 1, maybe 2% of my account value at the absolute most, but I think this one is worth grabbing. It's worth taking a shot because I think it could definitely bounce from this level. As we can see, it's already below the 200-day simple moving average, and it's right around this support area. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we get a bounce up, and I would not be surprised if it makes it all the way up to this resistance area. It was support, now it'll be resistance in the upper 11, and that is a pretty sizable bounce from this level. That seems like a universe away with the way that it is falling right now, so I'm not super confident that it'll make it up that high, but you never know. Sometimes when these things turn around, they turn around just as fast as they have fallen. I'll be looking to play this probably for a day, maybe 2 days at the absolute most. Now if we back the chart out a little bit, we can see buying at this 200-day simple moving average was a pretty good idea right here when it came falling all the way down from the mid-7s all the way down to 450. You could have played that short move and sold out at the 50-day simple moving average from 4.25 to about 550. And if you would have purchased it again when it came down to it, you could have rode this stock up this whole way if you were patient and lucky enough to hold on to it. But right now, you probably don't feel very lucky if you are still holding on to this stock because this thing is falling. This type of trade is not for the faint of heart, but you have to be nimble in these type of trades, and you have to you have to be able to take a lot of risk because these things move fast. This is a type of trade that I do not ever take a big position in. Now, if you do get that huge bounce up, you're always wishing that you did, but when something is falling like this, you want to use smaller lots because the percentage that it will bounce up is probably going to be bigger than normal. But another stock that I was looking at today was Tech. Tech, if we zoom in, we can see that it is holding that 8-period exponential moving average. Now we are still waiting for that nice confirmation bar. We might get it, we might not, but it looks good so far because it is holding that moving average As of right now, I would say it probably has a 60 to 70% chance of making one of these bars in the next day or so, or maybe even today if it finishes strong. But I'm going to keep MM Tech on my watch list. Now, if we jump over to Nano Dimensions, we can see Nano Dimensions, unfortunately, is breaking through that moving average. Now, it could easily turn right back around and finish above it, because as long as it breaks it and closes above it, that's okay. But that is what we are hoping for with Nano Dimensions, that it bounces back above that 8-period exponential moving average and starts to move sideways, so this moving average can catch up to it and slingshot it up again. But right as of right now, this second, it's still intraday, so it's not that big of a deal. But as of this second, that is not looking so good. But I am definitely going to keep an eye on it. But before we take off away from NNDM, I do want to show you the weekly chart. Not sure if we went over that earlier in any of the other videos, but this weekly chart looks very bullish. I mean, a nice rounded bottom. It's broken above that 8-period exponential moving average. Last week's candle exploded off of it, so we still have quite a bit of ways before this week's bar touches that 8-period exponential moving average, which of course is still rising. So until it breaks that moving average, and I was wanting to hold this stock for the long term, I wouldn't be worried until it broke that moving average and continue to move lower. As of right now, it is still in a very nice uptrend. But if we go back to the daily chart, you can see at the moment, it's still intraday. It's below that 8-period exponential moving average. So the most probable outcome is it's probably going to stay below it. There's still plenty of time left in the day. I would love to see it rise back above it and finish right around $4 a share and kind of go sideways. And then as soon as the 8-period exponential moving average gets up there, we get another one of these hooks. But like I said, unfortunately at the moment, it is looking like it is going to stay below that moving average. But I will keep an eye on it. And let me go over Vivo Power. That was another one I was watching. And Vivo Power looks like it is about to touch that 50-period simple moving average, so I might be getting 2 trades today. But Vivo Power is coming into that 50-period simple moving average just a little bit slower than I would like. Kind of like to have it a little bit faster than it's doing right now, but a little bit slower than BCLI. BCLI came into it about 150 miles an hour. I mean, it hit my alert. I had an alert over 10, and by the time that alert sounded off, it was already starting to pierce through that moving average. But we are getting a bounce up right now, of course. It's still very early. Hopefully we get some follow through on BCLI, because this is a very nice looking support area. And then of course you got that 200-day simple moving average right there. And if we can get a bounce to this support area in the upper 11s, I mean, we're talking about a 25-30% move from here. I mean, that would be a very nice profit on a swing trade of a couple days. I'm thinking it shouldn't take more than a couple days to get there if it's going to. We shall see. This one is falling like a rock, so it wouldn't surprise me if it closed right around this level where it's at now and then gaps down even further tomorrow, because this is definitely a very high risk, high momentum play to the downsides. But when you get moves like that, if you catch it just right, you can get a huge move up, and that is what I'm trying to do. I got 2 different reasons why I think this is going to bounce up, and they're all right in the same area. So I am taking a chance on BCLI, and hopefully tomorrow we get a pretty nice gain. All right, well, that's what I had for you guys. But before I get out of here, I've had several questions since I started this channel asking me about what software I use. Let me get this stuff out of here. And you know, how much is it? And let me go to the website. This is actually called TC2000 by Warden Brothers. I've been using this forever. I don't know if it's the best one out there, but it's the one that I'm used to. And like I said, I've been using it for so long. I'm so comfortable with it. It does what I need it to do, so there's no need for me to go test out something. I mean, there probably is more powerful trading platforms, I would imagine, but this one works good for me. But if we go to the website, this is TC2000's website. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger here. Maybe. Come on. Well, anyway, this is their website, and I actually have a referral link down in the description that I got from them just a little while ago. And if you use that referral link, you'll get a discount on it. The software itself is actually free, but the data feeds that are used to run it is what you pay, and you pay monthly on that. I have the gold plan, and if you look under the plans, you can see exactly what they do. But if you buy it in bulk, like I buy it in bulk, I buy it biannually, so I get it instead of $30 a month, I get it for $22.49 a month. And if you use my referral code, I think you get a discount on that as well. I probably should be using my own referral code, but I just got that. Maybe when it's up to renew, I will try to use my own referral code. It probably can't. But this is the software. You can do all these different things if you want to check it out. And if you do get the software, let me know, because I have written, let me go back to the software here. I have written a bunch of code, depending on the type of trader you are. See if I can add one in right now. This is all the code that I have written. Depending on what kind of trader you are, these probably could help you out. I don't use a whole lot of them anymore, but like here is a stock that is declining with a positive MACD divergence. You know, you guys know that I love to use that 8-period exponential moving average in my trades. So here's some that I've written with the 8-period exponential moving average holding for 3 days. So when I tell you that it pops above that moving average and holds it, I've written some code that will bring those out for you, so you don't have to screen through all of the stocks. Like here's one right here. Like when it holds above that moving average, so I want it to be above that 8-period exponential moving average plus the 13. So that shows you that the 8 is above the 13, so the stock is in at least a short-term uptrend with a long white candle, and that just means a big up day. But let's click on that real quick. This is the code for that one. That one wasn't too complex. And then you just double-click it. Go all the way to the top, and it shows you the ones that are potentially forming that pattern. Like here's one that's kind of forming it right now. If any of you guys have written code, you know that you can't be super precise with the code, because if you try to make it too precise, it kind of filters out good signals. But if you make it too loose, you have too many false signals. But this one seems like it's pretty much a happy medium, but you can use the space bar to click down through all of these, and it will show you, like, see, some of these are not perfect because it's not a super precise code, because I didn't want to overscreen for things. So a lot of these things you're going to click through are going to be like false readings. Like here's a good one right here. That is a very nice looking move up off the 8-period exponential moving average. You know, some of them aren't huge, but if you click through them, you know, that's a pretty decent looking one. If it ends up higher, that would be a very nice looking pattern. See, that's a false. If you guys like to use Bollinger Bands, you know, I've written some for Bollinger Bands. Let me show you one more before I end the video here. I used to love trading with Bollinger Bands. I don't do much of it anymore. As I've gotten more experience in my trading, more and more of the indicators have come off my chart. When I first started trading way back in the day, I had so many indicators and things on the chart, you could barely see the price action behind it. Let me see if I can remember how to spell Bollinger Band. Oh, it's BB Band. That's what I got. But this is the code for a Bollinger Band breakout. You can see this one took me a while to write. Anyway, just click on that. These ones are a little bit harder to get good signals on. And let me put some Bollinger Bands on the chart for us. Okay, Bollinger Bands. Let me make the Bollinger Bands a little thicker so they're easier for you guys to see. Even a little thicker. But we're looking for Bollinger Band breakouts. That one's not really one. And actually, oh, is that a... Let's see, I need more volume. Some of these stocks that don't have any volume, they're going to show up on this screen. Let me see here, come on. Yeah, there really isn't any happening today. They're kind of rare, but they're usually good signals. I used to check these on a daily basis, but I don't usually use the Bollinger Bands very much anymore. I did see a couple the other day. Let me see how they're doing. They look pretty nice Bollinger Band squeezes. See, this one showed up right about here, and you can see that price is following it up a little bit. It's not a super big move, but what you're looking for is a very tight band on a Bollinger Band squeeze, and then a move up just above the band. And then if that happens, it'll sometimes, usually, start an uptrend that you can follow up. Like here's one right here, broke through this squeeze, followed it up. You never know how far they're going to go. But another one that I saw that day was Procter & Gamble. See, Procter & Gamble broke through on that squeeze, and it's moving up. It's moved up just a little bit, but that's basically the gist of a Bollinger Band squeeze. If you do end up getting the software, excuse me, still fighting this cold. If you do end up getting the software, let me know down in the comments if you'd want some of this code. Let me know what kind of trades you are looking to make, and maybe I've written some code for that. Like I said, I have written a lot of this code, and I don't use most of it anymore. But see, I've written a lot of code with the 8-period exponential moving average. You know, just you can basically like put a lot of these together and make your own screen. You know, if you want the 8-period moving average above the 13 with at least 500,000 shares traded a day, you add those in together. If you want it to be 5 days, say above the 50-day, this one says below, but above the 50-day moving average, you would add that into it as well, and you can kind of like build your own screens. You know, average volume 400,000, average volume 375,000 for the last 200 days. All kinds of them. There's several different Bollinger Band squeezes near an all-time high. You know, you can see all the code written for that. But let me know if you want any of this code, even if you don't use my referral link. I don't mind. I don't mind sharing my code with you guys. Just let me know down in the comment section, and I will be happy to share any of this code with you guys. But just wanted to show you guys the software before I got out of here. I don't think I've mentioned the software in any of the videos before. I have put the referral link down in the description a few times, but if you guys want any of this code, and you say if you already have the software, let me know what you're looking for down in the comment section, and I'll see if I got it, and I will add it to the comment section for you. Let me get these Bollinger Bands off here. You know, it's really funny. When I first started trading, like I said before, I had a million different indicators on the chart. You could barely see the price going on. And I remember there was this veteran trader that I used to listen to, and he told me basically he just used like 2 moving averages now. He had started out with all that stuff on the chart, and he had gravitated down to only just a couple indicators or a couple moving averages, and that's all he used. So it's kind of strange to see my charts now. That's all I use is just a couple more averages, moving averages, than he ended up using. And because you really only need one indicator to tell you what you want to do. You know, if you want to swing trade, you know, basically all you want to do on a swing trade, if a stock is in an uptrend, you want to be buying every single decline, theoretically. And all you have to answer for yourself is, when do I buy? You know, and there's all different ways you can answer that. But I like to buy when they come down to moving averages. That's what works for me. So if you use a another indicator and it's working great for you, then that's fine. But you can use all different kinds. But the people try to make trading a little too complicated. Like I said, if you're swing trading, and a stock is in an uptrend, your job is to buy every single move down and try to play that swing up. Is every single swing up going to work? Of course not. But your job is to buy every single one of those declines. You just have to answer using what and when. But I think I've dragged this one on too long. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I like to give little trades like this all the time. You don't have to take them all. Just take the ones that you feel comfortable with. But because not all of them work, that's for sure. But please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video. And until next time, take care, everybody.